give me a moment here. It's just, slow. Okay, so just to let you know, I'm recording from my friend Marty's TV, so kind of deal with it. But other than that, you know how it works, guys. Just we're playing Assassin's Creed 3. You know, it's an okay game. I mean, I got to the point where I just wanted to rush to the end because that's how bad the gameplay is. But I'm not going to go into detail. Maybe I'll go in detail about it. But yeah, it's kind of hard to control them with one hand.
Moment of truth.
Here, at last. You know our story now. Of how we tried. Of how we failed. All our hopes extinguished. Save one. Your touch. A spark. A spark to save the world.
Wait! Do not touch the pedestal.
Minerva?
You! But how? You left! You destroyed the device!
Did you think there was only one?
What the hell is going on here?
You must not free her.
Free her?
Juno dwells within these walls, awaiting release. I will explain. While we worked to save the world, she sought instead to conquer it. She used our machines to set her plans in motion. Divination through numbers. There is a pattern to existence. To comprehend the calculations is to tame time. This was my focus. And so I built the eye to aid us. But she turned it towards her own ends. When we discovered her treachery, we put a stop to it. And then we left. But first we called to you, that you might try again. We thought it would be safe with her gone. Now I see we were deceived. She survived, she endured, and then she began to work. For centuries, Tinia and I walked the world, hoping to rekindle the spark of civilization. We shared what we knew as best we could. We were not the only ones, but for all the power we wrought, still death would claim us. But before it did, I would have one last look to know if we had succeeded.
That's how you're here now?
I had hoped you might find this place and finish our work. But it is too late. You and the Templars have squabbled over our refuse. You have wasted centuries, and so you have lost your chance. You cannot hope to stop the end now, Desmond. Only to survive.
She's lying!
Only touch the pedestal and the world will be saved. Better the world burn than she be loosed upon it. Is that so?
Show him then.
But he will not understand. It is complicated. It is...
Show me.
If you heed Minerva, the sun will have its way. The ground will crack and spit fire into the sky. All the world will burn. But this does not end the world, merely heralds its arrival. Darkness follows. Then you emerge, resolving to lay a foundation that such a tragedy does not befall the world again. You will become a symbol to those who survive. Hope, knowledge, determination. You will inspire them to rebuild, to thrive once more. And as the world heals, so too will humanity. But you are just a man, frail and mortal. You pass from the world, leaving behind only a memory. A legacy. You will be remembered first as a hero, later as a legend, and in time as a god. It is the cruelest fate to have written words that meant well and see them made wicked and unwise. What was meant to encourage life, used instead to justify taking it. And so now you see that what was shall be again. So tell me, how is this better? She would sacrifice you, sacrifice the world, for no other reason than to deny me vindication.
They will enslave your kind, Desmond. Is this not why you fight? Is this not why you came here? To ensure more than just your race's future, but its freedom? What future? What freedom? Billions dead and the whole cycle begun anew? This world has known nothing but heartache and horror since we left it. Our gift to them, and you'd see it all returned.
Enough!
You must not do this.
Whatever Juno's planning, however terrible it might seem today, we'll find a way to stop it. But the alternative, what you want, there's no hope there.
If you free her, you'll be destroyed.
It will happen in an instant. There will be no pain.
You mustn't.
It's done, Minerva. The decision's made.
Then the consequences of this mistake are yours to live and die with.
You need to go. All of you. Now. Get as far away from here as you can. Come with us. We'll find another way. There isn't time. Son. You know it's true. It's already started. I need to do this now. So go. Go!
Some sort of global aurora borealis. Never seen anything like this before. Eyewitnesses describe electrical storms and erratic displays of unusual weather. Residents are being asked to remain inside and wait for geological surveys are now reporting seismic activity throughout the Ring of Fire. Northeastern Canada is said to be experiencing the largest on record. Satellites and transformers are failing as the flare increases in intensity. Worldwide reports of blackouts seems to be receding. Residual seismic and volcanic activity is being reported, but nothing approaching earlier levels. Obviously, it will be a while before experts are able to assess the full extent of the damage caused by today's event. But it appears the worst is behind us. We'll be sure to bring you more as this story develops.
It is done. The world is saved. You played your part well, Desmond. But now it's time that I played mine.
Hey guys. Okay, so as you know, you just saw the ending of Assassin's Creed 3. As an Assassin's Creed fan, I don't want to say how much disappointment I have with the main storyline. You know, the main reason I got it was because it had some good historical stuff, and I wanted to know what was going to happen to Desmond. Now, many people say, even the strategy guide, this strategy guide has said that Desmond making the sacrifice would have been a good thing, and that it was the same thing for Minerva, and for his decision with Minerva. Now, in my opinion, he shouldn't have done it. You wanna know why? Because even if the world returned to ash, and Juno was trying to say, well, if you heed Minerva's warning, blah blah, this and that, my opinion is that she was manipulating Desmond this whole time. I know that you're going through the game understanding what she's trying to go through, and whatever else, but I just don't trust her. Something in me just told me not to trust her, and, the ending of Assassin's Creed 3 is just the worst. It really is. I wish Desmond could have been spared. I know that they're trying to make a point with having Desmond be the end of his game, or however you want to put it, but still, I don't think that... I don't think that he should have done it. He should have went with Minerva and continued to live on. I know that's a little unusual, or however you want to say it, but at least he would have become a symbol of hope. Why is that? I see, and even my friend Jesse agrees, that I see Assassin's Creed kind of like a thing to Jesus Christ in such a way, because, the man of the world, sacrificing your life, blah blah. I get it, but I mean, I like the ending, what Minerva actually said better, and knowing that Juno had said, what's so good about, making the cycle redo itself, or whatever, I still would have went with Minerva, because, I don't know, something, the logical side of me is saying, well, that's great that the world keeps on going, but what about the Assassins and the Templars? It's just going to keep a constant cycle. And with the world being destroyed and rebuilt by 2012, I just think it'd be a better outcome. Because then Desmond would actually rebuild the Creed and whatever else. But yeah, you guys got my opinion. I just think that going with Minerva was more logical, blah blah, but I was kind of disappointed at the end. They shouldn't have killed Desmond the way he did. I guess it would be the right thing. I've always hoped for better gameplay of Desmond, and I've never gotten it. So I'm really debating if I should stick with the series by now. But, yeah, it's still pretty good in the terms of Desmond, but at the same time, no. Because I always requested more background story and us actually playing as Desmond. God, how can I put this? Desmond was a great character. Everybody knows that. But he never got his full game. And everybody's like, oh, you are playing as Desmond, but that's with somebody who didn't know what he was talking about. You're playing as his ancestors, not as him. And so I guess that's a disappointing factor that, I wanted to play more as Desmond instead of playing his ancestors, but I guess we'll never get that game now because of what they did to him. I'm not trying to, wail on Ubisoft or whatever. They've already disappointed me with Splinter Cell Blacklist, actually. I don't want to go into detail how Michael Ironside isn't even in there anymore. Anyway. So you got, that's a whole other topic. I'm not going to talk about Splinter Cell Blacklist. Anyway, so other than that, I will actually have a couple of my friends teaming up with me. I want to do something about the Silent Hill HD review. I know that a lot of people are so negative about it, and frankly I am too, because I'm standing by Guy Siki. So this is just a little preview of what's going on and what's happening. I want you guys to know and to be aware that I support Silent Hill completely, and that ever since, God, when was it? Yeah, ever since Origins, Homecoming, Shattered Memories, the movie, and the second movie that's already out, and probably in theaters, I haven't even checked, because I'm not that interested in the movie in the first place. You know, it's kind of a not really working into it. I heard rumors that Hideo Kojima is going to be overlooking this project or using the Fox engine for Silent Hill, but again, that's another thing. One other thing was about the opinion about, well, you know, Desmond, about if what he did was the right thing, and the ending to Assassin's Creed. They're saying that it's the last game, but there has been some theory and speculation that's actually within the strategy guide as well. Let's see if I can find it. That says that Desmond actually survives his whole ordeal, but he is trapped inside the walls, just like Juno. I have it right here. Reverse it if you want. Well, whatever. But it says that, you know, of course, the universal question. I'm just reading this from the strategy guide if you guys don't want to pause it or whatever. But it says right here, insofar as the body of the real Desmond is charred, devoid, and the pulse is poised of purify, almost certainly in terms of Desmond making further conditions of the story, it remains to be seen. The continued experience of Subject 16, or simulation thereof, following his death to the events of Assassin's Creed, indicates that Desmond's digital reincarnation is not an impossibility. Both Templars and Assassins seemingly possessed means to scan, record, and store his data during the tumultuous events of 2012, which means it is a, let's see, yeah, blah, blah. You know, Desmond could hypothetically play a future role. In other words, somehow go through his memories, but I don't know how they're going to do that. I was hoping they would go on a different approach, but this is what the strategy guide is saying. This is not official Ubisoft material. This is, well, it is. I guess it is. I don't know. Your guys' opinion on this. I don't think that this. Anyway, I'll continue. Based upon what we know, such a method of salvation, it could also be speculated that the biometric device in the Grand Temple inner chamber allowed the transfer of consciousness, and that Desmond now exists in the temple walls, just as Juno did before him for thousands of years. Now, I understand what they're trying to go through with that theory, and I'm not going to confirm anything with Ubisoft seeing that somebody else had written their strategy guide. I mean, the reason why I got the strategy guide was for the artwork, and I know eventually I do plan on getting something relating to the book of the artwork. I always get something relating to artwork for every game that I get. Mainly because, you know, I want to be a game designer and whatever, but that's a whole other thing. But my opinion, again, is that Desmond shouldn't have done what he did. I know that sacrificing the world is a good thing and whatever else, and they wanted to put a cap to the story, but Desmond could have still lived. He could have become some sort of symbol of hope, or so, I don't know, Minerva would have put it. But again, Juno was saying the story and not Minerva, so what does that say? That says that, oh god, what would it be? That really says a lot on his part. Saying that he would actually listen to Juno more than Minerva. Minerva, I was actually trusting for a good while. But then Juno came along and she said, even since Brotherhood, we should have just left you as you were. Something triggered something in my head, and I was just like, okay, well, something isn't right about, Juno. But again, I would like to hear your guys' opinions on all this. I would like to know what your thoughts are and how you perceive it and whatever else. But yeah, you guys saw the ending to Assassin's Creed 3. Not much of it's really worth explaining or seeing other than that. I mean, I got Desmond's storyline, or at least some of it. They allow you to replay missions, which is nice. So if you guys want to see that, I can show that. But again, it's recorded from the PS3 onto my camera. I don't have anything to extract video and stuff like that at the moment. But again, if you guys want to see anything else from Desmond's side, I'll be happy to. But I don't know. I'm disappointed with it. I just wish they could have gave Desmond his own game. You know how cool it would be if Desmond had his own game and that you could actually play all the way through him, and not that he has a bleeding effect with his ancestors or however you want to say it. I'm just saying like his own full game. You could have the open world to explore as Desmond, unless they have some sort of thing to explore within the temple walls, but I highly doubt that. They killed him off. They killed off a great character. I don't know why Nolan North allowed that. Maybe he got sick of the character, but I don't know. I don't want to go off assuming shit, because you know what happens when you assume. But other than that, you guys look forward to the Silent Hill stuff. I'll update you on that, and we'll go from there. I'm gonna have my friends Jesse and Marty, help me out with this review, because they're seeing the monstrosity of what the HD collection really is, and just giving you guys a head up. And you guys have a good day and whatever else. So, later.